Hello everyone and welcome to Divine Debut. Kalimera. How is everyone today? Hope that this reading finds you well. And today is the 9th of April of 2020. Thank you all for being here, and let's look at today's divine spread for all of you. What are the messages? Just letting you know that Venus is now at 5 degrees of Gemini, and that's the point where she enters shadow. So she will be retrograding back to this degree. This is going to be a long retrograde with Venus. This retrograde, she'll be moving direct end of June, but she won't be coming out of shadow until end of July. So let's go on to the reading. Let's see what is the Karma Dharma message for today, or whenever you're watching this reading. The Empress, Venus, just as I was saying, the Empress speaks of abundance, it speaks of motherhood, it speaks of something being born. We have had a lot of indications of birth recently as we keep getting the Mother of Earth, the Queen of Pentacles, which is also the same energy. The Queen of Pentacles is the minor arcana, the Empress is the major arcana. As you can see, something is on offer. This could also be something that you are creating, but this is also the Mother Earth providing for us. Venus, right? So mark this time in your calendar. This is a very important time. What is happening for you? We know that when planets retrograde and Venus will be in her shadow phase for a while, we know that when a planet is retrograde, that's when situations and people come back from the past. So this is, again, a lot of creative and very positive vibes with the Empress. The Empress is also someone who is offering you something very important, something that you're going to love. And Taurus, Libra, and Aries. Happy birthday to you, Aries people who are celebrating your birthday today. And we know that the child she is holding, this could be a product. This could also be a project. Or this is something that is, the pinnacle of your values, of what you love. Let's have a look. Page of Pentacles just fell out. Let's cut the cards for today. Okay, so the Page of Pentacles could also be a child, but this is also something that is very promising. Page of Pentacles in the distant past promises something that you can grow, you can manifest when you're putting work into it, obviously, when you're putting in the effort. And this is stable energy. So we know that after the Page of Pentacles comes the Knight. So there is a lot of messages in concerning something that we are planning for the future. What is in the hidden position? And we have the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is a decision that we're going to have to make. She is wearing a blindfold. Therefore, the decision that she's needing to make, she doesn't know about it. You're going to come across that. And this could even be communicated to you, where you're going to have to run with your intuition, run with what your heart tells you. Okay, so in the recent past, we have the Hanging Man. And the Hanging Man is Pisces. This is sacrifice. This is waiting in limbo for something to show up, or something that you are needing enlightenment with. And what stands out to me here is that pentacle right there, which I've never really noticed before. Interesting. In the now position, not the Karma card again. This is incredible. 3 days in a row. And again, this card is the Judgment card. And again, Archangel Michael is present, no doubt. I do feel that you maybe dealing with something that may be shown to you around the next eclipse phase. Now, eclipses are something being eclipsed out of our lives. We know that the next eclipses are happening in June and July. I do feel that the eclipse happening around the 5th of June is going to be very pivotal for a lot of us. And this is Plutonian. So whatever you will be seeing, whatever you will be enlightened with, could also be something that's going to make you feel very rich. There's a lot of value around it. And again, Pluto does deal with the masses. So interesting. What is our goal? What are we heading towards? And this is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a soulmate connection. This circles around trust, children, any relationships or connections from the past. Okay, this is a card of looking back at when times were much more innocent, back in the days when, you know, what you saw was what you get. Now there's a lot of things that are beneath the surface, but I do feel we will get an indication of those. And for those of you that are expecting news from a past partner, a soulmate, doesn't have to be an old relationship. It could be someone that feels like a soulmate to you. And we know that the Empress could also be someone who's also given birth, literally. In the action and advice, we have the Death card. Scorpio is here. Very strong scorpionic energies. The transformation is happening. The change is on its way. Okay, and we know that the death process is not easy. So what I feel is that for those of you that are dealing with a past partner, you may be enlightened to see that they've been going through a major transformation. They are coming, they're, you know, embarking on a new area of life. Something new is being born for them, but they've been going through major transformation. And obviously we know that the Two of Swords could also be a choice between two things, two people, two situations. What is the outcome, please, Spirit? And we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is, you know, taking what we desire, our passion, and running with it. The Knight of Wands is also someone who is very driven by their desires. The Knight of Wands is very quick action as well. And how I see this Knight of Wands at this point is someone running with a light. This staff that he is holding, just like the Olympic flame that is passed from person to person, we know that that fire deals with life. It deals with rapid things, like the news is being spread quickly. Okay, and we're also quickly creating something new, as this is the Ace of Wands. This is also that spark, the spark of getting things moving. The Knight of Wands for me is very Sagittarian, could also be any other fire sign. Scorpio I see as quite fiery. There is fire in this card as well. So you could be dealing with someone that's, you know, very passionate, very driven, or someone that could be on the cusp of a Scorpio and Sagittarius. What is the divine message for today? Please, Spirit, what's the divine message? And we have the Hermit. So a lot of us are still in the Hermit mode. I do believe that with this card, we are recognizing now. We're recognizing what this light is all about. We're following that path which is bringing enlightenment. The Hermit could be a doctor, could be a detective, could also be just a person who is doing their homework. Virgo is all about the details. We're looking very closely at those. And again, because Virgo is also the house of health, with whatever is going on now in the world at large, this is looking very closely at the details and perceiving something before we bring it out to the world, which is the Wheel of Fortune. That's the next step after this card. Also, this could be someone that's just been behind the scenes. They haven't been communicating. I do see that the light here, there is a lot of light, even with the birth of this child. You can see that there is a very angelic, I'm going to say light, that is beaming on this child, on this newborn. Even the hanging man has got that halo. Right, so there is a lot around seeing the truth, seeing the light here. What's more important for me to see now is the Two of Swords, but I'm going to look at the bottom of the deck. What's there? And we have the Four of Pentacles. Yes, someone's been holding back, not communicating, not being open, or someone has been holding on to a very strong connection, and they haven't been open about their feelings, their emotions. The Four of Pentacles for me is very Taurian. Someone is holding on to what they value. Okay. Fours always speak of home, our foundation, our security. And as you could see, this person he's literally sitting on the doorsteps of a home. So he's either left out in the cold, I feel here, or he's not ready to move into and through that door yet. That's what I feel here. Let's see what is beneath this. And we have the World card. Yes, so a completion of a world cycle, a completion of a karmic cycle needs to take place before the opening of that door, I feel. What else is beneath the world? And we know that the world, after the world, the ending comes that new beginning, the new cycle. And here we've got the Page of Cups, which is, again, very innocent in the sense that something has come in unexpected. This could also be very juvenile, as the page is not a king offering that cup. This could also be an apology that someone is waiting for, or someone has offered their cup and they're still waiting before they can move into the next phase, which usually in the Five of Pentacles we see two people that are feeling a sense of lack, but they're together, right? And it's interesting that we've got cycles everywhere, and even the Ace of Pentacles is a cycle. I do feel that even with yesterday's reading, some sort of a cycle is coming to an end, but we know that the process of the Death card, which is Scorpio, and Scorpio is hidden. Scorpio is also about connecting very deeply. Again, very Plutonian, so things that have been hidden are changing. Maybe this could even be because we've got the Hanging Man, which can be, you know, we're looking at things through a different perspective, trying to see the truth, but this is the enlightenment that this Hanging Man is holding on to see, you know. But with this card here, which is in the hidden position, I'm going to take another card right now because this position here is very important. What's this Two of Swords, please? And we have the Emperor here again. He was in this position again. Was it yesterday or the day before? The Emperor, another four. So for those of you that are dealing with this Emperor, and the Emperor could be very much Aries energy. We are moving through Aries time. Doesn't have to be an Aries, could be a Taurus, could also be someone that is, you know, a person that is in charge of a group of people, in charge of a home, a family. This is also the father. We've got the Emperor and we've got the Empress here. So what I see is that the Empress is offering something new here. And the Emperor is at the point of trying to make a decision, as he's dealing with a lot. He's not the only, he's not going to make the decision based on his needs, but based on what is the good of the whole. Okay, let's take the Empress. The Emperor can be very Saturnian, so he's all about having to pull the rabbit out of the hat. So he's the one that's going to have to bring in the security and the safety that this Empress is seeking, and therefore the decision from this Emperor is vital. Now, the Emperor could be anyone who is, you know, the leader of any groups, the leader of any company, the leader of any position of government as well. So let's see what this Empress is all about. We have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords, which is a card of needing to heal a situation. This Empress has taken time out. Okay, she's been meditating. She's been working through everything. She's been trying to heal a situation. And now maybe she's been waiting on the Emperor and the decision, as we know that the Four of Swords, the Ace of Swords, is something that will be taken once the decision has been made, once the meditation has stopped and the communication or the clarity will come through. So let's take another card here with the Empress and see what else we have. Oh, wow. And we have the Three of Swords. So what I feel here is, because we've got the Two of Swords and the Three of Swords and the Four of Swords, I'm not going to see it as, you know, back and forth, as we are all in a different situation where we're on a different timeline. Because we have 2, 3, and 4, for many of us, we're still in the 3 energy, so we're still trying to heal the wounds, still trying to, you know, look for the healing with this Four of Swords. And I'm going to say that something is wanting to be birthed here, but someone is still mulling in this this pain here with the Three of Swords. Let's take another card straight away. And we have the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Cups again. Everything is still up in the air. Now we know that Mercury is still, it is speeding through Pisces. I have been talking about Mercury coming out of Pisces, moving into Aries, where we can have the clarity. This could mean that things are still on hold, things are still up in the air. But because the Empress is a major arcana and she is the Karma Dharma position, I do feel obviously this energy is stronger than what is around it. So it's more than likely got to do with still waiting as the transformation is still happening. And also I'm going to say that Mercury is towards the end of Pisces here. Let's take a few more cards here. With the Seven of Cups, this does speak of confusion. So there could be heartbreak, as there is an illusion or a confusion about what is being birthed. And I would say that because of the confusion, that's why the heartbreak is still here. Someone is still looking for the answers, even with that Four of Swords. The fact that we've got the Empress and the Emperor do speak of strong stability. And my right ear is buzzing at this time. So this is saying to me, we're going to hear something, not so much see it. So as you can see with the Seven of Cups, it does seem like an illusion. Now the illusion has got to do with sight, okay? It's got to do with sight. So I would say that maybe we're going to hear of something. We're going to hear, I believe it's going to be probably a message. And I was going to say, let's have a look at the outcome here. And we've got the Five of Swords. So the 4 turns into the 5 now. And that is, again, very competitive. A lot of conflict around this card. Let's take another card. And we have another 5 of Cups. So, wow, 2 5s. Lots of changes coming in quickly, people. Let's take the 4 of Pentacles. I want to see what that general energy is all about. And we've got the 10 of Cups. So we're holding on for dear life where our emotions are concerned. This is the happy family. And we know that 10s always are a cycle that ends as well. So I'm going to say that for those of you that have been holding on to a past connection, as we do have the 6 of Cups here, and they're the only, we've got the 6 and the 7. So any soulmate connection of the past, there's still confusion. But because this is Pisces also, it's a big cycle that's ending. As well as that, Pisces is things that are hidden. This could also be love affairs, secret love affairs. And therefore, I'm going to say that for those of you where there is confusion or there has been an illusion around this heartbreak, as things are still up in the air, I do believe that with that 10 of Cups, which can mean the family situation, this could mean a cycle that is ending. So some of you could be, of course, leaving a past situation, a past family situation. As we know with the 5 of Swords, that is 3 people usually in the card. 5 of Cups is saying that, yes, we are looking at the past, not at the future. We're looking at a situation and mourning what has passed, and we're not seeing what's in the future. That there is some sort of an agreement. There is some sort of a indication of being with someone that you're on the same page with, because we know that the 10 of Cups turns into that Ace of Cups. So I'm going to say that the beginning of this is not going to happen until the ending takes place. That's what I feel with that 10 of Cups. Let's see, what is this Hermit? And we have the Page of Wands, which is a messenger. This is someone who's ready to take a leap of faith, someone who's ready to shout out, to provide their findings, as the Hermit has been enlightened. Page of Wands is spreading the message, sending out that message, even taking it with the Knight of Wands, because we've got the Page and then the Knight. This Page of Wands is ready to go on a new adventure. He's ready to see the world. And that can mean that many of us are hoping to be able to physically move as soon as the door is open. Let's look at that 5 of Cups and the 5 of Swords. 2 5s equal a 10. They bring in change. And the High Priestess here is saying that things that have been hidden, you need to trust your intuition that's talking to you straight from your higher self. It's saying that you need to trust that we are moving through a brand new doorway. We are going to find the balance. She is a number 2. She's number 2, and the High Priestess is also very spiritual. So trust in spirit, trust in that divine plan. Let's look at the Karma card in the now. And we've got that Ace of Wands. That was also in the outcome position yesterday. Let's look at that 6 of Cups. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. Wow, we had 4 aces yesterday. 4 aces. We already have 2 aces again today. So this is like a reflection of yesterday's reading, no doubt. And the Ace of Pentacles is earth. We do have fire, earth. We have all the elements here. But the Page of Pentacles, which is in the foundation area, I feel here, that for those of you that are dealing with an earth sign, this is something much more stable. This is someone that you can actually count on. The Ace of Pentacles is a brand new, steady beginning. Of course, this could mean anything around business, anything to do with monetary issues. There is creation here, and the transformation is happening here with the Karma card, that new chance is shown to us now. We're trying to create it. We're trying to make it more stable. And with the Page of Pentacles here, this has started in the distant past, in the deep past. Let's look at that card of death, the death card in the action and advice. And we have the Six of Wands here. So this is a lot of success. And I'm going to say, for those of you that have been dealing with a fire sign, we do have the Page of Wands. We have the Ace of Wands here. We also have the Knight of Wands and the Six of Wands. I'm going to say, for those of you that are dealing with a fire sign, it looks as though we know that with fire there's more desire around that, but fire can distinguish as quickly as, you know, it can, the spark, let's say, it can die out as quickly as it can light up. But the Ace of Pentacles is something that's much more stable, something that is more dependable. Six of Wands, if you are dealing with a fire sign, could also be a Scorpio. This could be someone that's quite popular, and ego comes along with this card. But I'm going to say also that the transformation that is happening here, there is success around it. So this could touch you on an area where work is concerned, whatever you're creating. Okay. I'd like to take one more card on the outcome, as the High Priestess does say to trust our intuition, but she's also very secretive, and she holds the knowledge. So let's see what the High Priestess wants to share with us. And we have the Six of Swords, which we had, I do believe, in the divine position yesterday. And Six of Swords is moving away. Moving away, literally, metaphorically, at some point. We've got 2, 3, 4 swords, 5 swords, and 6 swords. That's a beautiful way to end this reading. We do have Six of Wands, Six of Cups, Six of Swords. Okay, beautiful. So this is leaving the troubles behind, as the information could be coming in. This, whatever information we will be enlightened through, is going to help us move to calmer waters, to another position where we're going to have to be intelligent. We're going to be able to see if there has been deception. As with the Hanging Man, this could speak of deception. This is Neptune, and Neptune being in Pisces is very strong. Let's take just one card on that Hanging Man. And we have the Nine of Wands. So yes, someone has been holding on, waiting for someone to communicate. We do have the Nine of Wands, which is someone having put up the wall. Okay, someone has not been letting us in. Okay, and this has been quite a burden. We know that the Nine of Wands can be quite heavy energies. But we do have that Ace of Wands, which comes straight after. So that also is completing a cycle. The Nine of Wands is someone that's been through a lot, but they're still pushing through. And that is what is going to give us that second chance. We know that the Karma card is also a card of aid and help. All right. I'd like to take now my handwritten cards, and let's see what this Emperor is thinking. I'm going to take a card for the Emperor as well as the Empress. Now these two could be parents as well. If they are not parents, it's just a soulmate energy which is going to give birth to something in the near future. And when I say near future, I do believe it's going to be roughly around mid-year. It could be a month before June, so any time in May. But it could also be a month after June for some of you. Okay, this is what we have. You can trust me with your heart, babe. I won't ever hurt you. Wow. I just got the goosebumps as we know that this is a card of trust. So no doubt this is a soulmate connection with this Emperor. So there's a few cards here. I'm going to take one card on this Empress. Hopefully that one card will give us the clarity about what this birth is all about. Let's take the Empress. And we have, my heart still bleeds for you. I am not living, just breathing. Wow. That's why the Three of Swords is on the Empress here. Wow. Okay. Love that message. Let's take a message from Spirit for the 9th of April of 2020, everyone. Or whenever you are just coming across, whenever you come across this video, take the message as being important for you. Now, if it does not resonate, I do upload one video every day, so keep that in mind. Have a peek. Let's see what Spirit is sharing with us today. And we have trust. Wow. Wow, everyone, that is amazing. Remember what I said about the cycles. There's a cycle here in his heart, something that we've been dealing with over and over again. This is more than likely. But it's very similar to the Pentacle as well. While your logical mind is dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow an alternative path. The logical path may be one that you consider safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on boundless opportunities and so much more. Boundless opportunities. Okay, so we're going to have to run with our intuition, what we feel is the right path. And as I said, run with it, but also we may be enlightened through this Knight of Wands and what he is running with. So let's keep our eyes and ears open. As I said before, I do feel more that it's not about seeing the right path. It's about hearing something, okay, that's going to give us that light, the indication of which way we should go at this time. Okay, everyone, I think I will leave it at that. I want to thank you again so much for being here and all that you do for my channel. Much love, many blessings to all of you, and a lot of healing sending you through this video. I'd love to hear your comments. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.